So folks, it looks like PRS just pulled off a genius move. Hi everyone, welcome back to the Ministry of Guitar. My name is Utkarsh Mohan. As always, if you like what I'm doing, please do like, subscribe and share. So I was just about to sleep, and of course I don't sleep in a jacket, but you can tell by my hair. And as PRS does, they seem to launch something at about 12 midnight Singapore time. But nonetheless, I looked at it and I figured this is such exciting news that I do want to share my reaction and break it down for you. Okay, so what have PRS launched? PRS have launched the CE24 SE, PRS SE, the affordable version of PRS, CE24 Sandblasted Limited Edition. Now, this is exciting on many levels. Firstly, the CE24 is already a very exciting guitar, the SE C24. The premise is this: PRS SE guitars have become very, very, what should I say? They have become very, very good quality for the price. And what the CE24 does is that it takes away all the expensive manufacturing techniques like having to do a set neck, etc., and satin finish instead of doing a proper gloss finish. And it makes it even more affordable. So the CE24, I called it one of the most important guitars of the last 20 years when it was launched. Now, if I had one criticism of the CE24, for newer guitarists, for younger guitarists especially, and especially for guitarists who tend to like things on the heavier side, as a lot of young people do, it didn't look that great. It looked okay. It was all right. But you could never say you totally loved how it looked. And now what they have done, and I'm opening it up here right now, they have made it extremely beautiful. Because what they have done is they have used a wood, which some of you may know, and I have the colors open here. There is blue, there is green, there is purple, there is red, and there is just white. They have used the beauty of swamp ash. Now, swamp ash is a beautiful wood. It has these really, really long figuring. And what PRS have been making some innovative use of swamp ash, and I wanted to show you a guitar, which is, of course, in a very different price point to a PRS CE24. This is a PRS Graveyard 2, so one of my favorite guitars. And this has one of the most iconic backs, most beautiful backs, and a lot of manufacturers are copying PRS now. This is swamp ash. This is not satin, this is gloss, but look at it. It looks like it was literally taken from a graveyard rotting inside the earth or something. So as you can tell, swamp ash can be quite spectacular. So I'm very excited by the fact that PRS are bringing this to a very, very affordable price point. This concept is not unique. A lot of people have done it before. Hell, PRS have done this before on the Custom 24. And so have Jackson and Ibanez. A lot of folks have done this. And so has Chapman Guitars, just to be fair to them. But this aesthetic treatment at this price point, and I'm not really sure of the price point yet, but I doubt it will be much more expensive than the $500 that the original ones came for. That makes it quite a thing. And I was looking at the introduction with, of course, it had a little bit of they played some heavier stuff. I think they kind of know what people are looking for. So yeah, it's very good. I think for a lot of younger players who can't afford something that significant, or for a lot of people who like rock and metal music, this is exactly what you're looking for. This is the perfect rock and metal guitar. It'll give anything a run for its money. I'm going to recap 2 or 3 things that I said about the CE24, SE C24 earlier, just for those of you who are seeing this video first and haven't seen my earlier video. What I really like about the SE C24 is that it has all the main things that you need. It has a wonderful tremolo, it has 24 frets, it has decent pickups, decent locking tuners and decent pickups. Note the word decent, I'll get to this in a second. And it makes it as cheap as possible because it has a bolt-on neck, and it has a satin finish, so you spend less money. What I particularly like about this version is on top of the on top of the sandblasted finish, it also has smoked black hardware, which is kind of, again, something very similar to you got. So you got smoked black hardware on this Graveyard too. So this is a guitar that was $11,000 when new. These go for about $15,000 now, and that's $500. I think it's a great deal for everybody. Everybody should be really happy. They're not comparable, but I just want to talk a little bit about how some of the ideas from private stock are filtering down to a very, very affordable price points. What else did I want to say? The guitar is almost perfect for the price point. There are just 3 criticisms, and none of them are criticisms, but these are things that I would want different, or I would hope to be different. 2 of them you can actually change. So it has a rosewood fretboard. I honestly think something like ebony or perhaps even maple could have been interesting, especially for a guitar of this aesthetic. But rosewood is okay. I mean, it's not going to change the way it plays. A lot of people tell you ebony feels smoother, so on and so forth. It does very marginally, but it won't make a difference to your life, trust me. The two things that will make a difference to your life, but you can change it, are the tuners. This does not come with locking tuners as standard. If I'm not mistaken, I'm just going to look at it right now. It has, yes, the standard PRS design tuners. So these are normal tuners. Now, the good news is you can get locking tuners, SE locking tuners that fit in, but they will not be smoke black. So that's going to be one compromise you'll have to live with if you want the smoke black aesthetic and you still want locking tuners. So that's one criticism. Perhaps you can get PRS SE tuners and do something to them to make them look smoke black. Maybe you burn them or something, I don't know, but something to be aware of. The other criticism I have are these things. 8515S. I have said this many times. These pickups are okay, but they're literally just okay. I am not a fan. I am not someone who's very particular about pickups. I know what I like, but I can get along with most guitars. But singularly, 8515S PRS SE pickups, I find them little too thin sounding, a little too trebly, little bit too high output for what it should be. It's not bad. Again, remember, I'm somebody who's usually playing guitars that are much, much more expensive. So maybe I'm a little bit spoiled. But I do feel that these are pickups, that these are the first thing that I would want to change on these guitars if I could. If I couldn't, I could get along. I could play everything. You could play everything from, I don't know, Hotel California to Sweet Child of Mine to Californication or whatever. You can play everything. Don't worry. But if you're really looking for something to improve, the pickups for me would be the thing to do other than the tuners. All right, so that's been my reaction to the PRS SE Swamp Ash, Sandblasted Swamp Ash limited edition of the CE24. It's an amazing guitar. I highly recommend it. If I had to choose a color, I would probably go for the purple or the red. That's just me, but you may find something else that you like. Anyways, let me know what you think. I thought I'll get this out there. Yeah, and all the best. And hope you guys enjoy these guitars if you get them. I'll try to get my hands on one of them as well to get some further thoughts. I have quite a few PRS SE guitars I need to get my hands on now. I need to get my hands on this. I need to get my hands on the SE NF3. Maybe I'll compare them. We'll see. All right. See you next time.